Bueno, pues volvemos a las andadas, volvemos a grabar en una tienda europea. Sí, hace poco más de, hace poco tiempo vieron el video que grabamos en Londres. Sin embargo, en Crypt of the Wizard. Sin embargo, eso fue hace un año precisamente. Entonces hoy estamos grabando en Samleren, una tienda que no es especializada en metal. Tiene una sección pequeña de metal, pero es una sección muy surtida y muy interesante que vale la pena ver. Es 98% segunda mano, y las primeras manos que hay por aquí probablemente son pues vendidas por algún coleccionista que por ahí las dejó. Estamos en una callecita cerca del centro de Bergen, pero pues es muy interesante, muy fácil de llegar, muy amigable el staff, todo perfecto. Entonces, si les parece, entramos. Bien, desde aquí ya podemos ver el equipo que hay mucho a la venta. Es en un sótano, no sé, fíjense, no pregunté, ahorita en la entrevista vemos, pero quizá, bueno, equipo muy vintage, como pueden ver, eh, de ese perfecto, especializado para la reproducción en vinilo. Y no no pregunté, a lo mejor el dueño vive aquí mismo o algo. Tiene su anuncio aquí, sencillo pero fácil de encontrar. De aquel lado también tiene su distintivo. Entonces vamos a entrar allá hacia el fondo. No sé si sea bodega o algo. No, debe ser casa también. Aquí está otra vez el logotipo. Debe ser casa también. Bueno, los buzones, nos damos cuenta que es una casa gracias a eso. Vamos a grabar primeramente todo alrededor. Como pueden ver, me recuerda mucho a Beatbop en Copenhague. El local no es ni tan pequeño ni tan amplio, está cómodo, a gusto. Hay de todos los géneros, incluso géneros que no conocía yo. Miren, Bruce Springsteen, tenemos jazz, tenemos funk, soul, clásicos. Por acá hay también algunos boxes y libros relacionados a música clásica. Tienen ahí su parafernalia. Eso que estamos escuchando es una banda local, una banda de hecho del sello que tiene aquí la misma tienda. ¿Qué más? Por aquí vamos a ver ahorita rápido esa pequeña sección de metal. Me contaban que hace un par de semanas llegó un coleccionista a venderlo todo, toda su colección de metal, y que realmente fue un lote grande. Mira, Alice Cooper, no había visto muy interesante. Ahorita le voy a dar una checada. No lo tengo, de hecho de Alice Cooper no tengo nada. Y bueno, llegó el coleccionista a vender aquí su material. Una caja grandísima, pero que voló ahora con el festival en los días previos a que empezara Beyond the Gates. Entonces llegamos un poco tarde para eso. En la parte de arriba tenemos metal, ediciones viejas e incluso ediciones de primera mano. Ese de Bulber también me hizo algunos ojitos, pero no, lo vamos a dejar ir. Hay que guardar ese presupuesto. Vemos que hay varias de TOC, Darkthrone. De Son O también me hizo, o bueno, Son es la pronunciación correcta, también me hizo un poquito de ojitos más de TOC. ¿Y qué más? Miren, esta es una pintura que está sobre el lugar. Aquí en la parte de abajo hay más también. Yo llegué directo y pregunté dónde estaba todo lo de metal. Entonces no di tanta apertura a ver más cosas. Aquí tenemos algo de rock pop en CD. Lo que sí no vi fueron tapes no logré apreciar mucho. Y bueno, aquí está la sección de metal. Está campechaneados en vinilo, solamente es esta parte. podemos ver aquí algo de Avast, de Himots, que los vimos el día de ayer en el festival, Disturbed, The Haunted, muy variado. Por aquí tenían todo lo viejo de Immortal, bueno, más bien gran parte de material de Immortal, bueno, un poco de black metal, thrash metal, clásicos, ahí se nos fue, Scorpion, Sabaton, un poco de varias cosas. Este de Solefald también me llamó muchísimo la atención. Van Halen, por ahí también había unas piezas muy interesantes, pero hay que aprovechar que estamos por acá y mejor adquirir metal de la ciudad. Perdona, ya estaba haciendo un acomodo. Vamos a ver ahora por acá los CDs. Ahorita les voy a mostrar lo que me estoy llevando y dejando un par de cosas que me hubiese gustado. Es este Sins of Die Beloved. Quién sabe, igual y en estos días vuelvo por él. A ver, este otro de Tristania, el single de Angina, porque tengo el Beyond the Veil. Sin embargo, justo esos temas que vienen en ese single son temas que ya no están, que ya no funcionan ya. Mi disco es muy viejo, se llevó a maltratar. Pero toda esta es la sección de metal que tiene la tienda. Por aquí también vi este Hell Spirit Noir, también de Grecia. Se me hizo muy interesante, algo de Power Metal. Primal Fear es otro de los que estoy dejando ir por esta ocasión. Va para largo este viaje, entonces hay que cuidar un tanto el presupuesto. Pero ese Alice Cooper ahorita le voy a dar una mejor checada. Bueno, esto es Samleren, en la ciudad de Bergen. Vamos entonces a la entrevista, que es lo siguiente que les va a tocar escuchar. Oigan, me estoy yendo muy rápido sin mostrar. Aquí hay una sección muy buena de libros, Story of Heavy Metal. Está también el libro de Nicky Six, Ozzy Osbourne, Keith Richards, y empezó a llegar gente. Bueno, por este lado tienen una sección de puros 7 pulgadas de heavy metal. También encontramos un par de cosas interesantes por ahí. Aquí en esta pared también otro tanto. Urse, rock, top. Por aquí hay una parte de, miren, ahí está esta primera edición del primer episodio. Este box set muy bueno también de Darktron, es nuevo. Me comentan que el dueño nunca lo utilizó y ahorita está aquí a la venta. Y aquí algunos extras de en 7 pulgadas, que de aquí me estoy llevando casi todo. Bueno, me llevé 2 de por aquí, pero quedan más, algunos splits, cosas interesantes, algo de hardcore también, un tanto. Y por ahí una que otra joyita que tienen guardada de aquel lado. Oh, por cierto, me faltó mostrar también una de las bandas del sello de aquí de la tienda, que está por allá en el rincón. Como pueden ver, ya no está el de Alice Cooper, definitivamente me lo estoy llevando. Bueno, por allá está una de las bandas del sello. Ahora sí, ya terminamos de grabar lo interesante. Vámonos a entrevistar. ¿Quieren saber más de la tienda? Muy bien, rockers, headbangers, ya estamos aquí con el señor Asban. Él es el propietario de la tienda. You are the owner of the store, yeah. Right? Y él es pues quien nos dio la bienvenida. Nos está haciendo el favor aquí de darnos esta entrevista y dejarnos grabar esta tienda tan interesante. Asban, thank you very much for having us here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to be here. First, I would like to ask you, when did the store begin? How did you say let's put a record store?
Oh, it was actually a friend of mine who opened a record store for it must be 27, 28 years ago. And then I came in 8-10 years ago. I bought the half of the shop, so we own it together.
Okay.
Yeah. And it used to be another part of town over by Greg-Hall, where all of the big shows are today. And we moved here three years ago, approximately. Yeah.
And before moving here, how many years in the other place?
Around 25, I guess.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we could say that you have almost 30 years working.
Yeah, soon.
Great, that's great. And why second hand mostly than first hand or new records?
This is like 99% second hand, and we sell a little from our own label, and we also sell a little vinyl for local musicians, and yeah. So.
Okay, that's nice. And I see that you don't have too much tapes, right?
No, I have very few. I guess I have somewhere between 12 and 15.
Okay, and why this? I mean, I know it's a more commercial label format, the records and the CDs, but is it hard for you to find tapes or why?
No, it's not hard to find tapes, but it's really like very few people buy them, and whenever you take in tapes, you won't sell them, and when you stop selling them, somebody will come in and ask for them. So it's a little like, in the end, we were like, okay, we're not gonna do a big thing about it because it's such a little share of what we sell. It's maybe like 2 cassettes a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, let's speak about seasons. I see that you have a very diverse kinds of music on the stores, and I wanted to ask you, the metal, let's say the metal plays or the metal albums are more sellable during the festival days or all the year, or what kind of customers do you used to have?
It is a little divided because metal will sell all year. It's kind of the easiest thing to sell together with jazz records, and it will sell anyhow. But I can see that during the festival, you will sell more CDs, especially to people from Southern Europe or South America and so on. I think that probably in Bergen, Norway, people are more interested in vinyl. Scandinavia, maybe. I can also see that when I travel, that CDs are not very big in Norway compared to the rest of Europe and other places.
Okay, okay, great. And how do you do to get all these interesting editions, like the first press of Talk or the 7 inches splits and all of that?
We have more or less everything that's in here. People are actually coming in here. They call us or just come in and sell their collections when they are moving or tired of collecting or whatever. And we've been in business for so long that Bergen is not a big city, so everybody more or less know who we are, or if you Google it, Bergen, and our shop will be the first thing you'll see. So, yeah.
That's a little sad to know some people when moving have to sell their collections. I moved a couple of years ago. I moved outside of my city for 2 years, but I left them in my mother's house while I was outside. But yes, that will be sad to know if I got to sell mine. What's your personal collection composed of music, like the main?
Of mine? Mainly, I would say mainly rock and prog rock, but I have everything from classical records to black metal. So it's quite filled with more or less every music you can find.
Okay, so that's quite interesting, and it's very variable. I have mostly only metal, some pop rock, some classical rock, but mostly metal. And well, now speaking a little about your alternative projects, let's say. You told me you haven't played before, but in a band or something, but you have a label. Could you speak us a little about your label, what kind of music and all of that?
Yeah, it started by coincidence, more or less. I've heard some friends of mine were playing, and they only released it on kind of Spotify, like all digital, and I had a talk with them. during a few or many beers, and we decided to release an album. And we did, and it went to a double album
Okay.
in between. So, and we released that, and it was kind of a funny thing to do, and it's local, it's in Norwegian, and we feeling that we are contributing a little bit to the music community in Bergen by releasing these things. And it haven't been many releases, but it seems like it's going to be one every year. So we are releasing the next one now in September.
Okay.
So that will be the third one. And everything is like rock, prog rock area, in general speaking. So yeah, so and we are thinking maybe the next one is going to be hip hop or something completely else, and it would be funny to see. So yeah.
Metal in future, you consider?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we can consider everything, just as long as we have this thing. It has to be local and
Sure.
preferably in they are singing in Norwegian. So yeah,
That's
but it's
very. I mean,
Yeah.
I like that you have this focus on locals, because most of the labels maybe they begin to diversify the places of the people, and because they want to sell more, but you really want to support local music.
Yeah, and of course we are not going to be rich by doing this. We hope to break even. That's like the point. So yeah, and we did with last record and a little more. So probably and hopefully it will be an even on the projects we are doing. So.
Okay, great.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
And well, changing a little and focusing now on to the well-known events around black metal. Can you tell us how was it to live in here when these things happened? Because well, we were very far away. We are in Latin America, very far away. So how was it? How did you live?
You were thinking about in the 90s with the church
in the
burnings
90s,
and
the
these
church
things?
burnings, the bands.
It was quite special. I was younger, of course, back then. I was in my couple of 20s, and I remember it really good because I used to drink beer and go to concerts on a place called Garage. That was kind of the rock club in Bergen where things were happening. And remember when it first started with the stage show in front of it was quite shocking. I think everybody had a big shock that this could actually happen in Bergen and so. And then it continued in Bergen and also in Oslo, Lillehammer, with lots of tragic events, like murders, and it seems so long time ago that of course you can remember the big things that happened, but I can remember that people were quite shocked, and it was in the media, it was crazy. It was page up and page down for months and maybe a year after. Yeah.
Okay. There is a rumor in Latin America that says that in those days, if you were wearing a black metal t-shirt, mostly Mayhem or Burzum, you were going to jail in Norway. What do you think about that?
No, you didn't. Maybe somebody will look ugly at you, but that's probably the worst thing that would happen.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much. I will give you a couple of gifts. These are for you to listen and for you to keep, or if you want to sell them. This is Saga Heroica, which is heavy metal in Spanish. Black Vampiric Funeral, which is black metal, like raw black metal. And the other one is Atlat, which is my past band actually. I wrote most of the lyrics there, and it talks completely about Aztec culture. So you can have a little learn. And I will show briefly what I got on your store. Yeah, you are very welcome. If you want like to comment something, if you know the album or something, well, first we have Non Ritual.
Sadly, I don't know them.
Me neither, don't worry. But I quickly read who was playing on that band, and well, I said I have to take it. And Old Man's Child. This is a first press, and I've been looking for it for a while, so it's great to find it here.
Yeah, I just know the name, so yeah.
Great, good. And also, well, this is split of Joyless and Urfaust in 7 inches. This EP of Cold Run, the first EP, and a very appreciated gift from. Perdón, volvemos. A very appreciated CD gift by the store, one of the bands from your.
Yeah, this is one of the releases we have on the shop here, and it's by a band called Født, which means born dressed or born with your clothes on. It's actually out on Spotify and all other platforms if you like to have a listen.
I recommend it. I was listening to here, and it's a very good like alternative rock or of that kind of style. And this one, and the last, and finally, Trash of Alice Cooper. It's a first press in vinyl actually, and I was very surprised to find it here with you. You have very good prices, by the way.
Oh, thank you. This is the thing I'll remember. This is kind of some of the sound of my growing up years. So yeah, nice to see.
Yeah, and it's nice to finally have it, because I really wanted to buy a good edition of it since a couple of years. Thank you very much for having us here, for your time, and for letting us know more about your history, personal and from the store. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.